Well, good afternoon, everybody. Sunday afternoon. I'm just recovering. My head practically exploded this morning. I get up on Sunday morning. I like to watch the news. Well, when the news is only about who's talking about the news, and not who's making the news, made my head practically explode. First of all, they start off with Rudy Giuliani commented Obama's not American enough, that he doesn't love America. Who gives a fucking shit? Now, there's nothing more un-American than Rudy Giuliani. Everybody says, "Oh, he's was the mayor and he did such a great job after 9/11." Name one fucking thing that Rudy Giuliani did after 9/11 that some other mayor wouldn't have done and done just as well or better. But yet, not a word can come out of his mouth unless it's prefaced by 911. Also, the first thing he did after 911 was the most un American thing that's been done in this country in decades. And that was he wanted to postpone elections for the mayor of New York. Wanted to postpone elections. Can you imagine anything more un American or anything that would have conceded the win to the terrorists except uh, postponing elections? How simple, how had no he has no concept of the effect that would have made. The terrorists, anyway, we'll get into the fact the terrorists won even before 9/11. There's no way of fighting. These guys are maniacs. We're going to have to put up with this for 100 years, and it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And and for Obama to try to not include the fact that almost all the trouble spots in the world are Muslim is ignorant on his part. It's a nice attempt, but it's not going to work. We're not. He's right. We're not at war with Muslims in general, but we are at war with a faction of Muslims that base their whole existence on the Quran. So to say that we're just at war with radical terrorism is a bad comment. But anyway, take Giuliani, flush him down the toilet. Why anybody's talking about him? Why? It's just too bad I even had to mention his name, because that's all he wants is people to think he's still important. He wasn't important then because anybody could have done the job, and it would have been a catastrophe for us politically and for us in the picture in the world if they'd have postponed elections as he wanted them to do. Secondly, is this Brian Williams thing. Now, I liked Brian Williams. He had a nice delivery and all, and you got to realize these people are are good readers, and that's all they are. They just ship them off to any place because you have to have somebody there. So you might as well have your head honcho there because you have to get ratings in order to pay the bills. Now, O'Reilly and his stupid attack. O'Reilly's one of the big. O'Reilly will lie about anything, and his lies about what was going on in the Falklands and the war between Great Britain and Argentina is the biggest lie. He was sipping cocktails in Buenos Aires, and that's all he was doing. But O'Reilly he'll lie about anything, and he'll put it in print and make it, and then quote himself and try to make it a fact. What an idiot! But the most regrettable part of this isn't the loss of Brian Williams, because we get another pretty face in there that can read the news, but it's the loss of Jon Stewart. Now, although he made fun of the news, you got a more accurate view of what the hell was going on in this country from Jon Stewart than you did from CNN, ABC, Fox, NBC. So it's regrettable that Stewart's leaving, and I have no idea who's capable of taking his place. Although, of course, he had a whole phalanx of writers behind him. Um he had the audience. He can hold the audience like nobody else. So the news is for shit. If you want the news, you go get the Mother Earth. You know, you get the Economist. You get there's a whole bunch of ways around it, but certainly you don't go to your major stations. Now, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this, and please may Giuliani fall in a cesspool or something and be the last we hear of him.